Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dominique Nichols, a proud product of and educator within the Bibb County School District, and I am humbled to serve as your Master of Ceremonies this evening. We want to begin by saying thank you for contributing the gift of your presence tonight as we celebrate our Teachers of the Year. Before we go further, I would like to thank some of our students and staff for their participation this evening. The Central Fine Arts and International Baccalaureate Magnet High School String Ensemble, directed by Mr. Joris Tobler, performed beautifully prior to our celebration, and the delicious food was prepared by our very own Hutchings College and Career Academy Culinary Arts program. You will also notice, yes, please give them a round of applause. You will also notice that our Teachers of the Year are wearing beautiful boutonnieres that were generously provided by Mid-South Community Federal Credit Union to help recognize their achievement. Would you please join me again in giving them a round of applause? We also have some very special guests here with us this evening. Our Board of Education, Mr. James Freeman, our Board President. Dr. Sandra Woodford, our Board Vice President. Mr. Daryl Morton, our Board Treasurer. Ms. Murtis Champion Johnson. Dr. Thelma Dillard. Mrs. Kristen Hanlon. Dr. Jawan Jackson. And Dr. Lisa Garrett Boyd. President James Freeman, if you would please make your way to the stage to share special remarks honoring the occasion. And as Mr. Freeman makes his way, we ask that any of our honorees this evening, if you are not seated in your reserved seat, if you would please make your way there. That will assist with logistics when it's time for lineup. Mr. Freeman, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Thank you all for being here tonight. On behalf of the Bibb County Board of Education, all of the members here, we could not say how proud we are of all of our teachers, especially our Teachers of the Year, and that we get to share with you tonight this exciting ceremony, this exciting recognition for the work you do. As I think back on my educational career, I'm reminded of certain names. In elementary school at Tinsley Elementary, now Northwoods Academy, I had Miss Wolferstein, who taught me my gifted class. And to this day, I can count to 10 in German because she taught us in that class. When I moved up to middle school at Miller Middle School, I had for world history Mr. Lamar, who made us watch the news and once a week give a report on a story we saw, which at an early age piqued my interest in political events. As I moved up to high school at Central High School, whose house? I'm reminded of Mr. Harshbarger, who taught foreign relations. He got me involved in Model UN, took us to starting in colleges and tournaments at Wesleyan and moving up to Georgia Tech and eventually to Washington, D.C., and eventually out to Anaheim, California. I got to go places I never imagined and got to hear how great it was to be a Central Charger from schools all across the nation. That further piqued my interest in politics, which led me to Mercer, where I majored in political science, and Dr. Cox wrote my recommendation for law school, best letter I've ever read, and better than any I ever could, and I'm convinced the reason that Mercer Law School decided to take a chance on a young James Freeman, and the reason I'm a lawyer today. I remember those names to this day because those teachers took the time to make a difference in my life. And so as I stand up here in front of all of you teachers, you extraordinary teachers, and the amazing things and stories that each of you could tell about your kids that you teach, I want you to know your kids remember you, and your kids are impacted by you. And this is the most incredible profession. That's why I decided to marry a teacher. But it means everything to your children, and it still means something to me today. So we are here to honor you, to recognize you, and to thank you for your selfless work that you do on behalf of our children. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Before we hear from our 2025 Bibb County Teacher of the Year, we have a very special introduction by an exceptional student. Please welcome London Rogers, a sophomore at Howard High School.
Good evening. It is with great pride, admiration that I introduce one of my most beloved teachers, an exceptional educator, mentor, and role model whose dedication has forever shaped the lives of countless students, including my own. In August of 2021, as a seventh grader still navigating the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, I found myself in Ms. Mallett's communications class at Howard Middle School. At the time, I was shy, anxious, and nervous, and I was a student who was extremely unsure about my own aspirations and still recovering from the emotional toll of the pandemic. Throughout quarantine, I developed an interest in digital art and media, but didn't know how to channel that passion into something meaningful beyond making comics, drawing, and storytelling. But thankfully, when I was at open house my 7th grade year, I was introduced to a phenomenal teacher, Ms. Mallett, and later she was the biggest help in how I navigated in my communications class and my different connections classes. And I later made one of the most pivotal decisions of my life. I switched my CTAE pathway to media communications with Ms. Mallett, a move that would not only shape my educational journey, but also help me grow as a person. From the moment I entered Ms. Mallett's classroom, I knew that I made the right decision. She immediately saw potential in me that I didn't yet recognize in myself, and she made it her mission to help me unlock it. Ms. Mallett's classroom was not only a space for media learning and communications and audiovisual, it was a space where students could explore their passions, express themselves freely, and build their confidence. For me and so many others, her class became a safe haven, a place where we felt seen, heard, and supported. Ms. Mallett didn't treat teaching like a job. It was her calling. She went beyond the curriculum to create an environment where every student felt valued, where each of us was encouraged to not only grow academically, but also personally. Her ability to connect with us on a much deeper level, on a personal level, is what made her stand out as a teacher. Whether we were struggling or excelling, Ms. Mallett was always there, patient, kind, and unwavering in her support. She had a remarkable way of making us believe in ourselves, of helping us see that our ideas and voices mattered. The impact of her mentorship did not end when I left her classroom. Since leaving Howard Middle School, I often return and get emotional seeing just how much the media communications program has flourished underneath her leadership. Ms. Mallett has completely transformed the program, growing it into something far greater than what it was when I began my 7th grade year. Her passion for teaching and her dedication to her students has shaped not only my own experience, but that of many others who have come through her class. In October of 2021, I largely inspired by the skills and confidence she instilled in me, I launched my own media company, LCT Media. What began as a small startup has now become a thriving business, earning over $10,000 per month. And I have the honor of reinvesting 61% of all of my profits back into the education across Central Georgia, including Ms. Mallett's classroom. Her teachings has empowered me to not only succeed, but to give back, ensuring that the future of students who aren't afforded the same opportunities that I was. But Ms. Mallett's influence extends far beyond the classroom walls and beyond the confines of a school day. She is the advisor of the best career and skills CTSO in the nation, Skills USA, And as her former vice president, I have the honor of saying that she has made me a 4-time state champion, taking home 2 years' worth of state award-winning t-shirt designs, where I was judged with high schoolers and maybe 5 to 6 other middle schools. Her belief in my potential has given me the confidence to continue to grow. And now I mentor high school and middle school students in media communications and visual storytelling, paying forward the lessons she taught me. The seeds she planted in her classroom are not just of bearing fruit in my own life, but also the lives of others as well. Unwavering support, tireless work ethic, and genuine care for her students has created a ripple effect that will continue to impact generations of students to come. Ms. Sarah Mallett is not just a teacher, she is a life changer. Her dedication to her students, her transformative teaching style, and her commitment to ensuring that each individual in her classroom reaches their full potential is what made her Bibb County's Teacher of the Year for 2024 and 2025. I cannot think of anyone more deserving of this honor. Ms. Mallett's influence on my life has been profound, and I love her dearly. And she is not only my former teacher, advisor, nor coach, she is my family. So with that being said, I'm beyond confident that her passion for education will continue to inspire and shape the futures of many more students here to come. Thank you.
All right, I gotta get myself together. Good evening. My name is Sarah Mallett, a teacher at Howard Middle School, and I'm truly honored and humbled to be standing here as the Bibb County School District Teacher of the Year. Tonight I stand here honored by this recognition, but even more grateful for the opportunity to teach all of my students, past and present, who fill my classroom with their curiosity, energy, and unique gifts. It's a privilege to love, to grow with, and to teach every one of them. I also stand before all of you as we celebrate our accomplishments this past year. You are all here for a reason. You have all impacted your schools in major ways, and I'm blessed to share this moment with the best of the best. Mother Teresa once said, "Spread love wherever you go. Let no one come to you without leaving happier." So I ask you, when people look at you, what do they see? When your coworkers and administrators look at you, what do they see? And lastly, and most importantly, when your students look at you, what do they see and how do you make them feel? I've thought many times about our students, where they come from, who they're raised by, and what they believe in. Now I want you to imagine a table where every voice matters, where every student, regardless of their background, ability, or story, has a place. This is a table we set in our classrooms every day. There's one theme that's constantly guided my teaching, and it's the belief that no matter who you are or where you come from, everyone has a seat at the table. And tonight, I'm inviting you along the journey to see what it's like to sit at mine. A place where connection and understanding come before instruction, where love and trust are the foundation, and where every student is seen for who they truly are. At this table, we don't just teach. We listen. We listen to their fears, their dreams, and their frustrations, knowing that their growth is just as much about emotional development as it is about academic achievement. When you sit at this table, you realize that not every student is just a number on a test score, but a story that's waiting to unfold. And it's our job to be the ones that help them write it. Here at my table, we believe in second chances. We don't give up on the quiet ones, the defiant ones, or the ones who have seemed to have already checked out. We lean in. We lean in because we know that sometimes the hardest students to reach are the ones who need us the most. And sitting at this table means we're always growing, not just as teachers, but as learners ourselves. Our students are our greatest teachers. They show us our blind spots, test our patience, and stretch our compassion. They help us see ourselves more clearly and push us to become the educators that they deserve. Now, I don't have to tell you that teaching isn't easy. You're not new to the idea that work comes home with us. Our students are constantly on our minds. And we have a task after task that must be completed, all while trying to foster relationships, build a positive environment, and plan lessons that are inclusive and engaging. But what happens when things start to get heavy? And ultimately, when the table feels too small? When there are more needs, more voices, and more challenges than we feel like we can accommodate. As educators and staff, we can't do this alone. We must work together, share ideas, and support one another. It means rethinking our approach to teaching, creating more opportunities for diverse learning styles, and adapting our methods to ensure that no student feels left behind or overlooked. It also means collaboration. Making the table bigger requires us to break down silos between classrooms, departments, and grade levels, and work as a unified team with one goal: to ensure that every student finds their place in our schools. But this doesn't just apply to our students. As school staff, we must also extend that same inclusivity to each other. Every voice matters. Every perspective has value. The larger we build our community of support, the stronger our impact will be. We must continue to challenge ourselves to grow, to innovate, and to love every student and one another, with the belief that when we build together, there's always room for more. For me, teaching is not just a profession, it's an invitation. It's always been about inviting every student to take a seat, regardless of their background, strengths, struggles, or how they see themselves. In my classroom, the table represents more than just a place of learning. It's a place of belonging, connection, and growth. As a CTAE teacher here in our district, I've been given a unique opportunity to not only teach students skills that will shape their future careers, but to show them that they are loved, valued, and capable in every way. Teaching is more than just preparing students for the workforce, college, or the military. It's also about loving every student who walks through my door. It's about recognizing their potential even when they don't yet see it in themselves. At my table, there's room for the student who knows all the answers and the one who's afraid to ask the questions. There's space for the dreamers, the quiet thinkers, the leaders, and the ones still finding their way. Every chair holds a story, and it's my responsibility to honor those stories and help each student see the value that they bring. In CTAE, our classrooms are filled with diverse talents, different backgrounds, and varying levels of confidence. But no matter where they start, they all deserve the same level of care, attention, and respect. In my classroom, I've gotten to witness students learning not just how to work with their hands, but how to lead with their hearts, collaborate with their peers, and find their own path. It's my greatest joy to love them through this process, to guide them as they discover their potential, and encourage them to find their way by listening to them, believing in them, and creating an environment where they feel safe to take risks, try new things, and even fail. It wouldn't be right for me just to speak on the amazing things I've witnessed students accomplish through teaching, but also the tremendous number of accomplishments and growth I've learned in myself by allowing my students to also teach me. As educators, one of the most profound and unexpected rewards is the way that we learn about ourselves through our students. Every day they teach us patience, resilience, and the power of perspective. In their curiosity, we can find inspiration to stay curious ourselves. In their struggles, we learn empathy and the importance of meeting people where they are. And in their growth, we see our capacity to grow, not just as teachers, but as human beings. Our students challenge us to be better listeners, more creative problem solvers, and to constantly reflect on how we can make a greater impact. Through them, we are reminded that learning is a lifelong journey, and we are privileged to grow alongside them. By having an open seat for all students at my table, they have allowed me a spot at theirs, and for me, there is no greater accomplishment. It's our job to teach our students, but we are lucky enough to be able to add something extra to that role by also being able to love our students. Not the ones we'd like to have, not the ones we used to have, but the ones we have in our classrooms right now. All of them. So, Bibb County teachers, our superintendent, administrators, staff, board members, and community, and all others here tonight. I want to remind you that every student deserves a seat at our tables, no matter their background, strengths, or challenges. Our role is to make sure they know they belong. Let's commit to not just teaching, but loving every student, meeting them, lifting them when they stumble, and showing them that their voice, their presence, and their potential matter. I charge you tonight, this year, to create classrooms that empower and inspire, where every student feels seen, valued, and ready to thrive. Remembering that when we build these spaces, we don't just teach content, we teach confidence, resilience, and the power of community. I'm so grateful to be a part of a profession that allows me to pull up chairs, set the table, and create these opportunities for every student, and with all of you sitting here before me. Tonight, my table just got a little bit longer, and I hope yours will too. We are built for Bibb, and we are better together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mallett, for sharing your story and what inspires you to keep teaching. If you will please return to stage, we have a special recognition from the Bibb Retired Educators Association. We are joined this evening by representatives of the Bibb Retired Educators Association, President Vashti Pullen, and Murtis Champion Johnson, former president of the Bibb Retired Educators Association. Ladies, the floor is yours.
Good evening. It is my honor and my pleasure to stand before you, each of you this evening. I am so excited. I thank God for allowing me to be present and to be in this place at this time. I did not know I was going to do it, but He did. And for that, I'm grateful. To our superintendent, the dynamic, distinguished gentleman, Dr. Dan A. Sims, Bibb County Board of Education, official board members, administrative staff, teachers, and of course our students. And to all the teachers of the year for Bibb County, I say congratulations. Standing with me is our past president, Murtis Champion Johnson, and our teacher of the year, Miss Sarah Mallett. Ms. Mallett, we are so proud of you. We thank you for being the dedicated person that you are to our students and to the staff at Howard. We thank you for your devotion to the and for the inspiration that you have given to your students and the young lady that was here prior to you. She was awesome. Give her another hand, please. We represent Bibb Retired Teachers Educators, Bibb Retired Educators Association, where we were in your place, some of us anyway, but now we are retired and we're loving it. So keep on teaching, teachers, because you will be able to be with us sometime real soon. We have a donation for you, Ms. Mallett. It's just something that you can share with your students, you can share with your classroom, you can share with yourself, however you want to do it and use it. We hope that you will be effective with it and do what you would like to do with it. And Ms. Johnson?
Thank you. I'm Murtis Champion Johnson, and I want to recognize our president, James Freeman, board president, our superintendent, Dan A. Sims, my other fellow board members, the fine teacher of the year, other teachers of the year, principals, friends, staff, family. It is always my pleasure to stand before the group and present an award to the Bibb Teacher of the Year. Now tonight, I'm wearing two hats. I'm wearing the school board hat, and I'm wearing the hat of the past Georgia retired educator, president, and Bibb retired educators, president. My fellow retired educators look forward to this time of the year because next month, the first Sunday in November, the governor of Georgia has declared the first Sunday in November as Georgia Retired Educators Day. So you know right near that. But one day soon, you will be with us, enjoying life as a retired educator. We find it not robbery to support not only the retired educators, but our fellow active educators. So you will always have a seat at our table with the retired educators, even though you're active. And I love what you had to say about the students having a seat at your table. And that is something that we want to continue to stress across Bibb County. Give all the students a seat at your table. Ms. Mallett, we want to present this certificate to you. It says, Certificate of Recognition from Bibb Retired Educators Association, honors Sarah Mallett for Bibb Teacher of the Year. And it is signed by our president and our treasurer, Mr. Joe Lindsay. And you were truly done for Bibb.
Thank you so much for that special presentation. Teachers, we will now begin our recognitions. I ask that you please begin lining up with your school representatives at this time. As our teachers line up, I want to thank some of the community partners who have stepped up to help us celebrate our outstanding educators. It is a robust list, so please hold applause until the end. Grand Infinity of Macon, Mid-South Community Federal Credit Union, the Griffith Foundation, Bibb Retired Educators Association, Andrews, Hammock and Powell, Appling Brothers Company, Bibb Mount Zion Church, Christ Episcopal Church, Dozier Law Firm, Dunwoody Beeland Architects, Fincher's Barbecue, KD Epps Enterprises LLC, Great Chapel AME Church, Greater Zion Hill Church, Hutchings College and Career Academy, ICB Construction Group, Macedonia Church, Optimist Club of Macon, Park Memorial United Methodist Church, Raphael Tire Master, Sheridan Construction, Solomon, Deaton, and Boyce, Teacher Created Materials, Texas Roadhouse. Would we please have a round of applause to these businesses and organizations for their support? And please remember to shop local. Now, teachers, as your name is called, please come forward for a picture with Superintendent Dr. Dan Sims. We begin with Tara Roberson, Alexander II Magnet School. Jameer Griffith, Byrne Elementary School. Bria Smith, Bruce Elementary School. Kirsten Hawthorne, Burdell Hunt Magnet School. Kimberly Pope, Carter Elementary School, a finalist for Bibb Teacher of the Year. Tedman Hillman, Hartley Elementary School. Kimberly O'Mell, Hurd Elementary School. Kendra McKenzie, Heritage Elementary School. Jacinta Moore, Ingram High Elementary School. Annette Smart, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary School. Christina Johnson, Lane Elementary School. Iris Buckholtz, John R. Lewis Elementary School. Janice Holmes, Porter Elementary School. Christian Abrams, Skyview Elementary School. Calandra Bryant, Southfield Elementary School. Tyler Lewis, Springdale Elementary School. Lisa Lawson, Taylor Elementary School. Ashley Harper, Union Elementary. Kathleen Davis, Veterans Elementary School. Tony Morgan, Bibb Academy of the Arts, a finalist for Bibb Teacher of the Year. Allison Eason, Williams Elementary School. Wanda O'Neill, Appling Middle School. Chandra Jenkins, Ballard Hudson Middle School. Sarah Mallett, Howard Middle School, a finalist for Bibb Teacher of the Year. Jennifer Raymond, Miller Fine Arts Magnet Middle School. Enau Ayuk, Rutland Middle School. Vicky Gales, Weaver Middle School. Jennifer Tillery, Central High School, a finalist for Bibb Teacher of the Year. Frankie O'Neill, Howard High School. Ashley Johnson, Northeast High School. Renee Gant, Rutland High School. Devontae Sanders, Southwest High School. Stephanie Gerald Smith, Westside High School. Tabitha Anderson, Elam Alexander Academy. Tracy Crum, Hutchings College and Career Academy. Renata Wilson, Northwoods Academy, a finalist for Bibb Teacher of the Year. Samaria Parks, SOAR Academy. Angela Drummond, VIP Academy. Kathleen Getman, Skyview Elementary School, Media Specialist of the Year. Charnel Harris, Bruce Elementary School, Counselor of the Year. And Crystal Wright, Social Worker of the Year. Let's please give all of our honorees this evening another round of applause. Well, the night is not quite over yet. We ask our 5 finalists for Bibb County Teacher of the Year to please return to join me on stage, along with Mr. David Bass, Vice President of Member Services for Mid-South Community Federal Credit Union, for a special presentation. Our 5 finalists, again, are Sarah Mallett, Howard Middle School, our 2025 Bibb Teacher of the Year; Tony Sieben-Morgan, Vineville Academy of the Arts. Ms. Sieben-Morgan was our runner-up for Bibb County Teacher of the Year; Kimberly Pope, Carter Elementary School; Jennifer Tillery, Central High School; and Renata Wilson, Northwoods Academy. Mr. Bass, the floor is yours.
Good evening. My name is David Bass. I have the privilege of serving as Vice President of Member Services at Mid-South Community Federal Credit Union. Since 1936, Mid-South has proudly been a community partner of the Bibb County School District. And we believe there is no better way to give back to our community than by supporting those who shape the future, our educators. As a spouse of an educator with 23 years of experience, I've been firsthand seeing the dedication and sacrifices that teachers make every day. I want to personally thank each of you for the invaluable work you do to serve our community. On behalf of Mid-South Community Federal Credit Union, I would like to congratulate all the Teachers of the Year. In special recognition, we are pleased to present each finalist with a Mid-South bag filled with Mid-South swag and a $100 Visa gift card. Yay. It is also my honor to congratulate Sarah Mallett, the 2025 Bibb County Teacher of the Year. Along with the certificate, we are proud to present her with a check for $1,000.
teachers. Next, would the following educators please join us on stage for a special presentation by Mid-South? Kathleen Getman, Skyview Elementary School Media Specialist of the Year. Charnel Harris, Bruce Elementary School Counselor of the Year. And Crystal Wright, Social Worker of the Year.
We at Mid-South would also like to present the Media Specialist of the Year, the Counselor of the Year, and the Social Worker of the Year with a Mid-South bag, which also includes a $100 Visa gift card as well. Thank you.
On behalf of our school district, I want to thank Mid-South Community Federal Credit Union for all it does to support our school district and our educators. Your team is truly a part of the BCSD family. We have one more special presentation this evening. Would Dr. Lisa Garrett Boyd, the Educational Grant Director with the Griffith Foundation, who also happens to be one of our board members, please join me on stage.
Good evening. I'm not going to say to all of the people here, I'm saying to all of you here. During my lifetime in Macon, I've worn many hats. Murtis was talking about hats earlier. In the Bibb County School District, I've been a student, a teacher, a principal, a pre-K director, and now I'm extremely honored and proud to serve as the post-date at-large representative on the Bibb County Board of Education. My years in the field of education number 45 right now, and I'm not quite done yet. However, I'm here tonight wearing another hat as the Educational Grant Director for the Griffith Foundation. If I may, I would like to take a point of privilege to talk about why we're here tonight. We know we're here to celebrate the best of the Bibb County School District, our teachers, media specialists, counselors, social worker of the year. We're reveling the practices of those that are providing phenomenal experiences for the children in our school system. In the 1980s, don't raise your hand if you weren't born by then. As a teacher at Eugenia, Hamilton, and Walter P. Jones Elementary Schools, I was privileged to be selected as Teacher of the Year by my peers. In those days, the Teachers of the Year were honored at a monthly board meeting. It was very exciting, to say the least. We were presented a certificate at that meeting to recognize our service to the district. I remember my certificates very well. They were printed on canary paper. And they had the signatures of the superintendent photocopied on them. Let that sink in a minute. Now, in 2024, we are seated at one of Macon, Georgia's premier showcases. I used to dance here when I was little. Each Teacher of the Year will be highlighted tonight and has been highlighted tonight and will receive so much more than a photocopied certificate on canary paper. I would say that with each and every year, the celebration of the Teachers for the Year of this district has risen to the level of greatness that is necessary to salute our educators. This year has been extremely special. On September 13th, I witnessed as our 2024-25 Teacher of the Year was presented with a one-year lease of a brand new Infiniti. I mean, a car. I got a photocopy certificate. A car. Okay, so luckily we have a partnership now with Brand Infinity of Macon, and we're so happy to do that. I applaud the district for kicking it up a notch from all of those early days, and I'm very proud to be a part of the celebration and the gift giving. Because now back to my Griffith hat. When I joined the Griffith Foundation in 2021, my very first ask of my new boss, Benjamin Griffin III, was to provide a gift for each Teacher of the Year for the school district. His late father was the chair of the English department at Mercer, and Benji had also taught at Tift College in Forsyth. He quickly agreed to my proposal because he understood that teaching was the greatest profession. And without teachers, there would be no other professions. The Griffith Foundation was founded in 1993 and for 31 years has contributed over $62 million to support projects and programs in Macon and Bibb County. There are 3 words that stand out on the logo of the Griffith Foundation: inspire, encourage, and empower. Those 3 elements also describe just a few of the qualities that each of you exhibit every day. You inspire students by believing in them and their abilities. You have developed an arsenal of kind words and phrases that allow you to encourage a child creatively and continuously throughout the day and make relationships that matter. You empower students through student-focused lessons that engage them in inquiry and reflection, and that is established and nurtured through those treasured connections that you have. Therefore, on behalf of the Griffith Foundation, I am here to present a $100 Visa gift card to each of our Educators of the Year that are being celebrated this evening. I just heard the superintendent say, "Show me the money." I salute all of you for your intentional, deliberate, and courageous performance as an educator this year and every year. And as someone who used to walk a mile in shoes like yours, I bow to your greatness and the difference that you make in the lives of the children of our district. Thank you.
Dr. Garrett Boyd, thank you so much for that special announcement. We are so appreciative of the Griffith Foundation's support of our school district and our educators. Now, I would like to turn it over to Superintendent Dr. Dan A. Sims, who will provide the closing for our program.
Thank you and good evening. Good evening. I stopped preparing closing remarks because pretty much everybody says everything that you would have said, so I started just to allow the moment to speak to me and then allow myself to speak to you. With that said, for all of our educators who are honored tonight, raise your hand if you still have 20 plus years in this game. All right, got a few. Raise your hand if you have between 10 to 20 years still in this game. All right. Raise your hand if you have 5 to 10 years still in this game. Raise your hand if you have 0 to 5 years still in this game. Don't make too much noise on that. No matter how many years you have, I want us to walk away not just celebrating, but being reminded that public education is under attack. And it literally requires every single one of us, for every single year that we have left in this game, to give it everything that we have so that for the sake of those who count on us every single day, and I'm not just talking about students, I'm talking about families, to give what we have out of our hearts and out of our souls, out of our minds in such a way that not only does it feed public education, but it feeds the ones who count on us. With the years that I have left, my commitment is to give everything that I have because I know that whatever I do will either help or hurt the battle against public education. I believe in public education. And it's so important for us to pause in moments like this to recognize the ones who've risen to the top as social workers, as media specialists, as counselors, and as teachers in every single one of our buildings. Because it'll be times like this that remind us that when we look to our left and to our right, we're surrounded by greatness and people who are striving to do the exact same thing in every single building, and that is to reach and teach every single student. And I believe that if we let go of ourselves and allow this free experience of a public education to become a freeing experience for the ones who receive it, and a fresh experience every single day, it will truly posture us to be undefeated. So I'm counting on you, especially those of you who have the 20 to 30 years, because while many of us will be long gone, and we'll be retired and part of organizations and part of foundations, we'll be looking back and hoping and praying that you still have the energy and the fortitude that you have right now, such that it impacts everybody that watches you, everybody that hears about you. And I believe it's going to make a big difference. Speaking of big differences, I want to take just a moment as I offer my biggest encouragement to all of you to recognize my favorite educator. She's actually here, a 2-time Teacher of the Year, my beautiful wife, Tracy Sims. But let me tell you why she's my favorite educator. Before we had kids, and early on we were both 2 young educators, and tying in Sarah Mallett's amazing message, she offered a seat at the table for children. Literally a seat at the table for Kawan, Chandria, I can name them all. Kids who were in the back seat coming home with us, literally with a seat at the table to eat with us. She went above and beyond. And she was able to go above and beyond, and here's what I want to push for you. Because she developed such a love for the children that the parents trusted her out the roof. Everything she said, they laid on it. Everything she did, they trusted it. And I want to say to all of you, while we're not in that space, it's 2024. You can't do those things these days because people are just funny like that. But I want to say in 2024, let us let go of ourselves to love our children and love what we do every single day so much that trust goes out the roof from the families. And I believe that if trust goes out the roof, so will student achievement. So I want to offer up to every single one of you, the opportunity to free yourselves even more than you have right now, because there are other people looking at you, counting on you to be your absolute best. As I close, speaking of people who love on you and count on you and trust you and believe in you, I want to take a moment to recognize every loved one, every husband, wife, daughter, son, whoever you are, grandfather, grandmother, uncle, aunt, who's inside this room right now. Would you stand, please? If you came out to recognize one of these educators, I want you to take a stand. And let's give these people a round of applause. Outstanding. Outstanding. And I want to say as I close to all of you, thank you so much for what you've done to pour into and to love on these wonderful educators that we love every single day. And let us all continue to push as hard as we can, and let's see how far we can go. I love all of you. God bless you, and congratulations once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that, there is nothing more to say other than thank you for being here, safe travels, and have a great evening.